whatever. And I have not did my vlog live in a while, so sometimes I like to do a live vlog. And a lot of times when I try to do my live vlog on YouTube, it acts up. So YouTube, please fix that. Please get on it. First of all, before I say anything, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. And I'm gonna go ahead and get into this video. I don't want it to be that long, so I'm gonna try not to make it that long, because y'all know I'm good for making long vlogs sometimes. Alright, this video is called, I don't know where I'm gonna put it at, it's gonna be somewhere, but it's gonna be called When Did I Know I Wanted to Be a Singer? Okay? So if you guys don't know, whatever, I am a musician. I have been singing all my life or whatever, and so I wanted to like kind of like introduce myself and let you guys know that like different things about me, because I feel like if you come on my channel, at some point you're gonna be like, who is this girl? Like, who is this girl? You know, who is this girl? Well, for one, or whatever, I knew I wanted to sing when I was very little, and I believe I knew I wanted to sing like all my life, to be honest with you. I don't remember not singing. It's kind of crazy. I took the route as a lot of girls. I sang in choir. I went to Bell Yeager growing up. I also went, so okay, my mom's side, whatever, they like went to Bell Yeager, and then my dad's side, they had like a lot of different, they had like one pastor who, he used to have different churches that he would end up starting, and crazy mess would happen, but we would always like just go to whatever church he went to. And so I had two different church experiences or whatever. So like my daddy's side was more like vacation Bible schools, and I see them and they knew me, you know what I mean? And then my mom's side, it was kind of like the same church. I grew up with them, I sung in the choir, I know them or whatever. Like, this is my home, you get what I'm saying? So like coming up with that background of just like singing in the choir, it kind of was, it's kind of, to me, it kind of like made me feel a little bit competitive a little bit, like when you sing in a choir, because you want to be able to sing those solos, and you want that attention, and you want to have people to do it. It's a good thing, you know what I mean? But you know, I think that's, to be honest with you, me singing in the choir was the honest to God thing that really made me completely fall in love with music, because I was able to praise God, and it just helped me escape so many things that was going on in my life as a child, very young. And it was just like that thing that was key. Like, it was nothing as lit as going to church, you know what I mean, on our anniversaries and getting a chance to play. Even though I was not in the choir like consistently like other people were. Like, other people were in the choir like consistently, like you go and you see them all the time. Whereas, or whatever, me or whatever, I wasn't consistently there, but when I was there, you knew I was there or whatever. So that was my first experience with singing, would be at Bell Yeager. Shout out to you guys or whatever. And I am on live stream or whatever, so I do have to like stop a little bit in this video to say hey to a couple of my sisters or whatever. Hey Ronnie. Hey quick. But anywho, I'm gonna keep on going this video or whatever. So that's like really the first time that I really was singing. But I was really heavily, like as a kid, really influenced by a lot of different women or whatever. So to be honest, when I was really little, I really loved Aaliyah. You won't telling me nothing about Aaliyah, okay? You wasn't telling me nothing about Aaliyah. Nothing. So let me stop this. Hold up. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like, go on my page and just scroll down. I got like some posts of it up with all my vlog stuff, and it's up there. But if you type in my name, if you type in Nikki Britt, it should come up. But you might have to type the little up under the search thing for it to come up, because sometimes my thing acts weird or whatever on YouTube, and it's like it's another singer and I don't know who she is. But anywho, so I would always sing and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I would watch and imitate her. I would just remember like sitting in like in the hood, y'all, you know, in the hood days. This is back in the hood when I was there going wild, you feel what I'm saying? And I remember sitting in the living room and just watching her on TV, and I was so influenced by her, like everything about her. And then of course I had people, you know, my mother and the people who I listened to them, and I grew up and I started loving their artists. Like my mom, when I was in Cornwall, she loved Mary J. Blige. Like Mary J. Blige, Lauryn Hill became, as I got a little bit older, I loved Lauryn Hill. I listened to Alicia Keys, loved Alicia Keys. Like all these women, like Whitney Houston for my family. Like if you go into any of my, like the older women in my family houses, like a lot of them have like some kind of like shrine of Whitney Houston. Like my great grandmother, she's rest in peace now, but like she had Whitney Houston hung up on her walls. And it's just like, it's like a whole family thing where we just love Whitney Houston. So I'm very influenced by those vocalists or whatever. But singing, I remember like being young or whatever and doing like talent shows and stuff like that, y'all. And I would be so nerve-wracked, like so nerve-wracked, because, you know, I just wanted to be great. Like I really did, but it takes a lot to be great. And when you first start off singing, like for anybody that's really singing and people try to make it seem like, you know what I mean, oh, you ain't on the level of a Whitney Houston yet, nobody should care about you. Let me just tell you myself or whatever, you don't have to be, it takes time to get up to those levels. You have to train your voice, get into that, work hard every day. And don't let people like make you feel like, or whatever, you can't succeed and that you can't rise to that occasion and be great. You have to see the greatness in yourself. And I feel like me growing up as a singer or whatever, young, I feel like, excuse me y'all, I feel like I seen my greatness in myself before anybody else seen it or whatever. Of course, God seen it first, but I'm saying like as far as human wise, I really believe I seen greatness in myself before anybody else when it came to music or whatever. I knew I loved it. I knew I could sing. It's just, when I was young, my voice wasn't trained all the way, and it was like I was trying so hard to get people to hear certain things that I could do when I was comfortable in my room by myself, that when I would be around people I would be so afraid to do, and it used to really bother me. And so I remember my first talent show was at Merrittmore Elementary, and I was singing Selena. So this is when I became really influenced by Selena. Like I love Selena even to today. Like you put on Selena, I'm like a little kid in the candy store. And I was really influenced by her. And so I sung her song in the talent show. And I came and I had like this little purple, little shiny jacket. I had on this purple, beautiful purple skirt. And I think these little black shoes. And I came up and I sung on the stage. I was singing Selena, and I remember like having women, grown women laugh at me, y'all. Like grown women laugh at me. But you know what? Those women, whoever you are, thank you. Because the reason why I say thank you is because you make me go so much harder. Like when I tell you I went so hard when it came to music, like it was so bad, to be honest with you. Like I became almost addicted to my craft at a very young age. Like once I left elementary school, so 3rd grade on, I started writing my own stuff even more. I always was writing, but I got really in sync in it, and I was always crafting my voice from 3rd grade onwards. And it was because of that, and because I wanted people to hear what I felt and I heard in myself, and I just couldn't get people to hear it. And so it used to really bother me. And so life continued on and stuff like that. I became best friends with this one girl, and me and her would always write music together and stuff like that. And there's one thing from songwriting before I go on with anything else. I had a situation where my cousin played drums and I would always sing. And so one time I was at my granny's house, and my daddy or whatever, rest in peace, my father is not here anymore, and I am a daddy's girl to the core. So when I was little or whatever, my daddy, I was at my granny house, my dad was there, and I was writing this song, and I asked my brother, I asked my cousin or whatever, his name's Tewa. I asked him, I said, hey, what do you think will go good here? And I looked over to him and he was like, well, I think you should do this. And so my daddy was right there. My daddy looked at me and he said, no, he don't know nothing about no music, or he don't know nothing about your music. You don't let nobody write your music. You write your own music. And it's just something about my father doing that to me as a kid that always stuck and molded me, because I never forgot that. I'm 22 years old now, and I'm pretty sure this was when I was very young. This probably was when I was maybe like young, and I never forgot that. And till the day that we stand in, anytime you have ever seen me put out a single, anytime you have ever heard my music, or if you guys want to go follow me on SoundCloud, everything I do with my music, I 110% wrote everything, every part of that. I might let somebody else construct this beat. That's cool. You can construct the beat. Sometimes I will go and I can write my own melodies and stuff like that. But when it comes to the creation process of it, the breakdown of this song, everything that this song stands for, I craft that into that, and that's something that my father put into me or whatever. And so that's why I think I'm very influenced by my dad. And I like to, I don't know, I would just like to share that part with you guys, because I feel like, you know, being that my father isn't here anymore, I feel like in a way that this is his legacy. You feel what I'm saying? And so I give I go so hard when it comes to music, even now as a 22-year-old, because I feel like I have to go hard. You feel what I'm saying? Like, my music to me is a reminder of my father. And so when people, you know what I mean, a lot of times people don't understand, you know what I mean? Why do you love this so much? Why do you want to be a singer for? Why do you want to do this? Why a singer when you could pick any other job that could make you stable, any other job that you know for a fact that you're going to 110% be taken care of, your family, everything's going to be fine for the rest of your life. And the reason why is because I truly do love music. I truly do. Like, it's really in my blood. Like, it really just comes to me naturally. And, you know, a lot of times when you're that kind of person and certain things come to you naturally, people look at you like you're crazy. People don't understand you. And it's just because they're not meant to understand you. And you have to kind of learn that the older that you get. And I really started to, like, learn that and hone that when I was in middle school. I'm just kind of like going through the time period. So I told you guys, like, the elementary time period. Now I'm getting into middle school or whatever. So middle school, I was in chorus. I had a chorus teacher. His name was Mr. Askew. And I loved him so much. And I think that that's so important. Let me just shout him out for a second. Mr. Askew, if you ever come across this video, I don't know where you are, but I just want to tell you, like, that even as a 22-year-old woman, how much love and respect I have for you, because people don't understand how important and how valuable teachers really are. And having him in my life during that time period of being in middle school and just like being so hard on myself musically and going into chorus and having these events and stuff and going and having you celebrate me and tell me, Dom, I like your voice. I like that you sound really free when you sing. And I like that. Really helped me so much when it comes to music. Like, you don't even understand how much a blessing that you really were to me. And I just really want to thank you for that. So if you guys, let me go ahead and go back, because you guys probably like, who is Mr. Askew? So Mr. Askew or whatever was my chorus teacher when I was in middle school. I went to CUNY, and that was when I did a lot of chorus or whatever. And it was just a great experience. It really was. Like, I had so much fun. It was just, y'all know when I talk, sometimes I get emotional. When it's about music, a lot of times I get emotional too. So I went to CUNY probably like my 6th grade up until my 8th grade year. Then I left the beginning of 8th grade year and I went to a school called East Cary. There I did chorus too. When I got to high school, I didn't do chorus until maybe my senior year of high school. And I didn't have a teacher that I really particularly vibe with. So it became something, I think that it was a good thing that I didn't have a teacher in high school that I vibe with like that, because it made me like go out and search for music in myself and not just search for it in the classroom. You know what I mean? Because when you do it in the classroom, it seems like a chore. Like when somebody making you do music, it's a chore. But when you yourself you create it, it's not a chore. And you know, you can have some teachers that make music seem like it's not a chore, but you have to be a Mr. Askew. You have to be these kind of teachers or whatever. So yeah, that was me pretty much, you know, as a musician, like going from being a kid growing up or whatever. And I was just like, now you guys know like so many people that really like inspired me when it comes to just like musically or whatever. Like all those people, my dad, Mr. Askew, Aaliyah, you know what I mean, Whitney Houston, Mary J. Blige, Ashanti at a point, like seriously, like all those people, they really inspired me or whatever. And another person who really inspired me when it came to music growing up is, I have a family member who's a rapper. I think everybody has a family member that's a rapper. But the reason why it inspired me being a musician is, you know, it inspired me to see that it's something that I can be. Like when you see it on TV, it make it seem like it's unattainable. But when you see somebody, oh, my uncle's a rapper, you know what I mean? It make you be like, oh, okay, well, I could be a singer. Like, I could be I could do that too. You know what I mean? So, you know, even though him and I, you know, as I got older, you know, we don't see eye to eye with certain things, and it's all love there. That's family. It's nobody business. But I just want him to know that he did inspire me too, to be a better artist and to work on my craft each day and to keep being persistent. So thank you, Uncle. Thank you, Cliff. Yeah, but so anyway, that's the end of this video. I said I wasn't gonna try to make it long. I still feel like I've been talking for an hour, because y'all know how I do when I get to talking. I just be talking, honey. But I'm done talking. I'm done with this vlog. I do want to tell you guys to make sure that you like and you subscribe to this channel right now. You feel what I'm saying? If you guys have not followed me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram at I am Nikki Britt. If you have not followed me on SoundCloud, go follow me on SoundCloud. Go follow me on SoundCloud at Nikki_Britt. Go support my brand. And if you're any kind of like musician and you're into beats or whatever, or anything musically, anything like that, my contact information, please email me at rhodes.dominique@gmail.com. I'm out. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay wonderful, stay you.